In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a quick soft glam makeup look. So this is very detailed. I'm going to show you guys everything I use and just some techniques on how to achieve a classic soft glam makeup look. So if you guys are interested in how I achieve this look today, then just continue to watch. Alright, so we're starting off with bare skin. I actually skipped the brow step, so I did go in with my NYX brow glue and the Essence Keep Me Covered concealer just to clean up my brows. So I'm going to bring you guys a bit closer so that we could work on the eyes. So I'm going to take the same concealer I used to conceal my brows just to conceal my eyelids. I personally like a clean canvas. My eyelids are a bit dark, so I like to go in with some concealer just to even out the base, and it also helps with the pigment of the eyeshadows we're going to be going in with. So I'm taking my NYX Ultimate Nude palette. I've been loving this palette just because it's very neutral-esque and it just gives every possible soft glam look you can think of. So you're going to want a blending brush like this. This is going to be your transition color brush. So I'm going in with an orange shade. Orange shade for dark skin tones are always the go-to shade to use for your transition color, and this is just going to allow the rest of the colors to transition into this. So I like to apply the product first, tap off the excess, and that's when I go in with the blending. Now we're going in with the more tapered brush, and this is just going to get real into the crease. And whenever you want to do the crease color, you do want to go in with a darker shade. So I'm using this shade, and then again we're just packing it into that crease, and just keep packing until you have the desired shade. I did go halfway in. I didn't bring that shade all the way in, so I just applied it in the crease, and then I'm gonna go back in with my blending brush, the first one I used. I added a bit of the orange shade just so that it helps me to blend those two together. And I like to use just circular motions to really diffuse that harsh line. So you'll know you're done blending once you see that harsh line disappearing. So you want to take your time, guys. And if you do need to go back in with some of the crease color, you can always do that like I am doing here, and that's just going to keep building. So if you have to keep going in and dipping back into your palette, trust me, if you want the best looking eyeshadow look, I highly recommend doing that. So now we're going to be cutting the crease. I'm taking again my Keep Me Covered concealer and a flat brush, and we're just going to carve out our crease. Now this could be different for everybody. Everybody's eye shape is a little different. I have naturally a crease already, so I like to just follow that, and then I do go over it slightly to give me a more bigger crease space, but you do want to just take your time with this. It does take a lot of effort and a lot of practice to achieve a flawless cut crease, but all you're doing is pretty much carving out your crease. And I don't bring it all the way through. I do just do a half cut crease. All right, so once that's done, I do go in with the lighter shade, and this is my lid color. So this is going to be applied all over that open space. All I'm doing is packing on that shade. I'm not swiping it, I'm literally packing it so that I get that color payoff. Alright, so going back in with the crease color, I didn't put any product on the brush. All I'm doing is sweeping whatever was left on that brush into the white pigment, and that's just gonna give a more gradient finish rather than a harsh line between the two shades. And then just to finish off the eye look, I'm just gonna apply that light shade right above my transition shade and right under my arch for my brows, and that's just going to literally bring the whole look together. All right, so eyes are done. The last step is doing a natural eyeliner look. I used my All Day ink liner to achieve this, and I do have a tutorial on how I personally like to do eyeliner. I like to start in the middle, create my wing, and then connect it after. Very simple. I do, like I said, have a more detailed version on how I achieve my eyeliner look, but yeah, so that is about it. Now we're gonna move on to lashes. I took the Le Flare 3D foaming lashes and quickly popped those on. And I do have a tutorial on how to apply lashes. I think I'm due for an updated version. Let me know if you guys would like to see an updated eyelash tutorial. All right, so lashes are on. We are ready to move on to the complexion. So I'm taking my Revlon Color Stay Grip Mattifying Primer and just applying this to my T-zone. And I like to focus it in the middle section of my face. You guys know this, I say this all the time. These are just the areas that I have more issues. So I'm gonna take my LA Girl Pro Concealer and just conceal my under eyes. This I believe is in the shade Chestnut. And I do like to just spray my sponge so that it is an easier blend. Now for your complexion, we wanna make sure that we are blending products out because a soft glam is exactly that, a soft makeup. We don't want it to look harsh or anything. So blending is the key for today. So I'm taking my Makeup by Mario foundation. I've been loving this foundation because it is my exact shade. I love the coverage. I feel I don't need to do much in terms of preparing my face, in terms of like concealing, I would say, my face before going in with this foundation because it does exactly what it's supposed to do, conceal and give me a flawless finish. All right, so for highlighting, we're going in with the Rimmel Multitasking Concealer. I love this concealer because it's super full coverage and I love the undertone of this concealer. So you guys know this step. I always like to just highlight my under eyes, my forehead, my nose, my Cupid's bow, and my chin. And then before going in with the blending, I like to just spray my face. So I took my Color Stay Lock Setting Spray and then I went in with the blending. This is just gonna allow just a more flawless, smoother blend and just make sure everything just blends seamlessly together. All right, so I did want a more brighter under eye, so I went in with my Smashbox Studio Fix Liquid Concealer, and I just applied that underneath my eyes, just in the inner corner, and that's just gonna really brighten up the under eye. So I finally got my hands on the new Milk Sculpting Stick. We're gonna use this to contour today. I got mine in the shade Simmer, I believe. So this is the second darkest shade. And at first I was kind of skeptic on the shade, but once you blend it out, it does give like a nice subtle contour. And it's super easy to blend into your skin as well, as long as you're using a damp beauty sponge. All right, so for powder, I'm going in with my Vasanti Lotus Brightening Powder, and I'm just gonna apply this to all of my highlighted areas and just make sure that everything is being set. I love this powder because it's my perfect undertone shade. It blends into every product I have. I've never had an issue with this powder, and I just cannot find anything better than this. So you guys will be seeing this probably all the time because it's literally one of my favorite powders. All right, to bronze, we're going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Bronzer. I'm just gonna quickly bronze all of my contoured areas. This is just going to set that cream product in place so that it is not budging. Now, you guys are seeing the harshness with this. We are going to be going in with some powder later on, and that's just going to get rid of all of these contour lines. Now, this is my favorite powder of all time. This is the Maybelline Super Stay powder. I love this powder because it's, honestly, you could even use this without using any liquid powder. I do have actually a tutorial using this powder, doing a powder only foundation routine. So if you guys haven't seen that, I'll leave that in the cards above. But I love this because it just brought everything together. It calmed down the harsh lines of my contour and just gave me a flawless finish. So we're going to quickly move back onto the eyes. I took my Essence Long Lasting eyeliner and just applied that into my waterline. And I went back into the palette with this small angled brush. And we're just gonna dip into that brown shade and apply it along the bottom lash line. This is actually what brings the eye look together. Without this step, you have a beautiful eye look, but it just always looks like something's missing. So I always highly recommend just finishing up by applying a shade underneath your lash line. So for blush, I went in with my Catrice blush and I just applied that to the apples of my cheeks. All right, and then for lips, I just quickly lined my lips with my LA Girl lip liner, I believe in the shade Chocolate. And I haven't used this lipstick in a while. This is the NYX Lingerie lipstick. This I used to love all the time. It's just a beautiful nude shade for us chocolate women. So I quickly applied that, and then I did go over it with my Essence Shine 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 lip gloss. This is in the shade, I forget what shade lip gloss this was, but it just gave me a nice glossy finish. The two of those went perfectly together. I'm gonna quickly spray my face with my Revlon Lock Setting Mist. I dab it in with my beauty sponge, and that is about it for this look. Very quick and easy, soft glam makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.